this lane. So he keeps everything nice and neat and tidy. It doesn't mean you've got 10 people over there and 5 people over there. It's all neat and tidy. And we're fighting to just the first point. So we don't care where we hit, but we're just fighting to the first point. So we come up, we fight, and we'll do this for real because we're both cold at this point. We don't really care too much about winning. We're just kind of like fighting to the first hit. And so we try and hit. Yeah. And then we stop. And we wait for everybody else in the line to fight. So he fights. Not me. Right. Now at that point, because he's not enjoying the warm-up, everybody moves to the left. And we fight to the next warm-up. And now I've stepped out of the lane, so we step back. This could go on forever, but it doesn't matter. And we go bang, bang, bang. When we're done, move to the left. And that's when everybody in all the lanes are done, move to the left. Now, okay, if you only got 4 people, suddenly I'm back to them, and I haven't fought Athelstan. However, we've got a 5th person, just stand here for the moment. We're not gonna fight, but everybody moves to the left. I stand out one, you fight, everybody moves to the left. Stand out, and we're good. And we just play rotation. Yeah, and when more people come along, add another lane, step them in, keep on going. We're not playing to wins, but the other thing we can do as well is, we say right, this side is on knees, that side is standing. So near the end, when we've got most people there, you're on your knees here, we defend, and then we stand up, we move round. You're standing now. You're on the standing side. Oh, okay. Yeah, and I'm on the kneeling side. We go. Okay? So there's permutations and combinations of this one. Once everybody's warmed up, once everybody's feeling good, then we run a bit more of a fun exercise actually. Do we want to run this properly or should we just walk through it?
I suggest to do a mix.
Okay.
Because we're not going to do like every exercise for 15 minutes.
No, okay. We'll do this one as a jog, okay? Do you want to step out for a moment because we'll actually hit each other. At this point, we're back into the lanes again. And again, we're fighting to the first point. So it doesn't matter whether it's an arm or a leg, whatever. At this point, this is resurrection point number 1. That's resurrection point number 2. This game is called Run, Jog, Walk, and you declare at the beginning of the game whether throughout the entire game you're running, jogging or walking. Okay? So I'm going to declare run. What are you going to declare?
Jog.
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 Run.
Run. Okay. That's an idiot thing to do. Now there is a tradition with this game. The person who's running the game runs. Okay, that's the reason why I'm running. Otherwise, I'd be jogging on this one. Now we go in and we fight. And we're just going to do a bit of fun here at this point. And go bang, 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 and he kills me. Bam! I'm dead. At this point, we both step out. We both go to resurrection point number 1. Then who are the winners? On to resurrection point number 2. But resurrection point number 1 guys come back in again. We find an empty lane or we fight somebody. Okay? And then they come back in again, running. Bang, 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 yeah. And then we fight again. Bam, 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 bam. Oh crap, I won this time round. So. Oh. Okay. Empty lane. Fight again. Oh god, he got me. Thank God for that. Right. Yeah, and bang and bang and bang, and round and round and round and round. Okay? Now the question is, why are we doing this, and how does it end? he is usually. Yeah.
And everyone's walking instead.
This is a number of things. One, it's just plain endurance. You know, how long can you keep that up for? Secondly, it's also strategy.
What?
Strategy. So like
okay, yeah.
planning. Do I actually really want to win this one? Because the idea is I stay in the game till the end. So if I'm starting to lose a bit of power, maybe I want to lose 2 or 3. Because then I don't have to go so far. Okay? And it's a good way of getting past, you know, you have young guns, and those young guns, they have to win every single time. It's a very good way of training out that kind of, I suppose you call it the rhino hide type of effect. It's a very good way of training that out in a friendly way without even talking about it, because they work it out themselves in their own head. Now the ending of this thing, you can just run it until it goes to the end. The other option is that I step in, I'm not feeling good now. So I'm fighting Athelstan and he's like full of beans. Yeah, so, oh God, so I just fight defensively, completely defensive. Bang, oh, he got me, right. Out, back in again. And I come up and he's still kind of full of beans as well, but I'm thinking, oh, and he comes in, oh God, bang, 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 oh, again. Right, and I go back out again and come back in again. Now that, I fought 2 defensive rounds. At that point, that unlocks my ability to step out. So at that point, 2 defensive rounds and I can step out and I can go, right, I'm done. That's it. If, however, after 2 defensive rounds I kind of feel, oh, I'm full of beans again, Athelstan comes back in again, no, I can have him, wham! Yeah. Now I've got to go back round 2 defensive rounds again before I can step out. There is a caveat to this, there is a special thing. Safety first. So if you do just suddenly hit that wall and you drop off, at that point, step out, okay? But it's quite different to anything the SCA does this. You just keep on rotating round and round and round and round. Okay? So that's another one that we do. Cards.